Now, a word on Operation Pt.3. In the period under review, the Air Task Force conducted Operation Pt.3 from 12th to 17th December 2017 to consolidate on the counter-insurgency gain earlier recorded in Operation Pt.1 and 2 that were earlier carried out by the Nigerian Air Force. The operation was a 6-day air interdiction to further sustain the tempo of offensive air operations, thereby denying the insurgents the much-needed respite to recover and reorganize themselves to carry out any major offensive against own troops. During the air operations, key adversarial targets were identified and attacked in a series of air attacks by the Air Task Force. Now, if you look at the screen, you see the effect of what the Air Force has done in these various areas of operation. So many insurgents have been killed, so many equipment destroyed by the effort of the Air Task Force. Aside the initial identified targets, intensive intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance missions were conducted to acquire other targets for interdiction. You would have seen what has happened to those vehicles from the screen. They were picked by the Air Task Force. They were destroyed by the Air Task Force. The Air Task Force have played a great role in this operation. The Air Task Force provides close air support to land troops as they conduct offensive and clearance operations against insurgents in the general area of Arena Chiki, Arena Woje, Chukungudu, and Bukar Miram. This previous synergy with the land troops culminated in the dissemination of the insurgents as well as destruction of several Boko Haram technical equipments and logistics, thereby degrading their capacity to carry out any offensive operation. It is worthy of note at this juncture that in order to successfully execute this operation, the Air Task Force conducted a total of 71 missions in 94 sorties with a total of 152 hours and 45 minutes and a total of 142,230 liters of Jet A1 fuel was utilized by the various participating platforms. The details are shown on the screen. The Air Task Force, in conjunction with the Multinational Joint Task Force, are currently commenced the conduct of Operation Pt.4 around the northern fringes of Lake Chad Island in support of ground operation against insurgents. I will pause at this junction and invite the Air Task Force commander and give him 2 minutes to elaborate more on what the Pt.4 entails. AVM Lubu, you have the floor for 2 minutes.
Thank you very much, sir. As we have been told, the Pt.4 is an air interdiction operation that is aimed at further degrading the capacity of the BHT elements that are in the northern fringes. We are looking at collaborating in close synergy with the MNJTF force and the Air Task Force division that are based in Monguno. It's going to be a combined operation, but heavily coming in from the sky. We intend, if you recall, that about a month ago, 2 bases in our neighboring country, Niger, was attacked and several fighting vehicles were carted away and brought in to the northern fringe. We are currently tracking these vehicles. We are going to rain fire on them and eliminate them. That is what they deserve, and that is what my force is going to do. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, AVM Lubo, for that. With that, I move ahead with arrest of Boko Haram suspects. In the period under review, a number of BH suspects were nabbed during surveillance operations by vigilant troops. The arrested suspects were apprehended for indulging in subversive and other atrocious activities. A total of 34 Boko Haram suspects were arrested during the period of these operations. Specifically on the 18th January, for instance, troops in conjunction with the vigilante arrested one Issa Mohammed, a 32-year-old man from Churo Sukur, and Adamu Issa, 25 years old, from Garga village, both in Tamora local government area of Yobe State, while they were in possession of one AK-47, 2 Den guns, and 106 rounds of 7.62 special ammunition. That will not really permit me to mention all these other cases. The suspects who are currently undergoing interrogation will be thoroughly investigated and will subsequently be handed over to the appropriate prosecuting authority. Now, like I told you earlier on, that we are gradually clearing the Sambisa forest, and we are making efforts to make sure that life returns back to Sambisa forest. The Chief of Army Staff has directed that we will create access roads into the Sambisa forest. Given the recent operational successes recorded in the Operation Deep Punch 2 and the need to sustain troops' domination of the area, and also to return back life into the general area, it has become expedient to construct access road into the very heart of Sambisa. The road construction being executed by the Nigerian Army engineers under Operation Lafiya Dole has commenced in earnest from Goza through Yamteke to Bita, as well as from Bita through to Kumbere into Sambisa, that's into Camp Zero. We want to make sure that we have access to this area and that our people return back to their various communities, and then we'll take control of the area. There's also a proposal to construct another road from Banki Junction through Njemia, Pariso into Camp Zero. Now, into rescued civilians. In the course of our operation, quite a large number of civilians were rescued by troops during the period under review. Some of those civilians were extricated by troops from the Boko Haram during our search and rescue operations, while others were escaping from Boko Haram enclave were rescued and brought to safety by troops